Survey time. Who here on YouTube came to see the NCP, the All Black Express? Survey says one more for the good guys. Let's get into it. Turning Point, alright? Didn't even post predictions because honestly I didn't really care that much. I just want to go in, just watch it. You know, this show had little to no build up, had one go home show and then that's it. But to their credit, the show itself was overall decent. So we start off with a pre-show, get a triple threat. You got Manswarner, you got What's My Name? Jake something, and he's a hometown man. He's a hometown man. HTM, alright. Fast forward to the finish. Jake hits that black hole slam on his cousin. I believe that's his cousin. 1, 2, 3. What's my name? Jake something goes over. I'm happy for Jake. Maybe he'll finally get a push, you know. But that remains to be seen. We go backstage with BDE, and people in the comments for the YouTube chat were roasting this dude, talking about big torque energy, shit like that. It's like, man, like, I'm not gonna hate on this young man, alright? He's out there living his dream, doing something I never did, you know? Like, I wanted to be a pro wrestler growing up, but graduated high school, then I joined the military, and then rest is history. You know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. But I'm happy for the young man. You know, he's killing it, alright? You know, you could tell he was nervous, but all in all, I think he did a good job, you know, promo-wise. And in the match, we'll get to it here in a bit, you know, he did his thing out there. So big ups to BDE. I don't check his content, you know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't. Like, even Thank Ops, you know, Mr. Level 99. Like, it's been a minute since I watched his content, you know what I mean? So, but again, big ups to BDE out there doing his thing. Alright, get a promo from the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the King of TNA, King Cass, Killer Cass, aka Frankie Kazarian. He goes out there talking shit. I'm not gonna break down all what he said, but he was like, all you fat neckbeard slobs crying on social media, grown ass men with your Crisco grease seeping out your pores, the pizza roll stains sitting down there in your mama's basement, whining, crying, belly aching over the king of TNA being crowned once and for all. It's about damn time I earned this fucking belt, and there is no one more TNA than me. You guys keep on crying. It's like a dose of adrenaline for your king. I love it. But he gets interrupted by Carlos Silva, and this is a legitimate question for you guys watching this. All right, whoever, you know, one or two individuals that may be, I want to know, who has more charisma, Carlos Silva or Tony Khan? Like, honestly, 'cause I don't know. I don't know who's better. Right, they're about the equivalent, if I'm being honest. You know what I mean? But he goes out there, cuts a boring promo, and come to find out, I think someone was saying that this dude's like 60, which he doesn't look 60, looks like a good, smooth 48, if I had to guess. So, hey, good for Carlos, you know, he's doing his thing in TNA. He gets interrupted by Nick Nemeth's brother. He says, my brother has something to say. Nick Nemeth coming out with the Card Shot Gauntlet trophy, which I'm like, what? Why does he like this? It's so stupid. It's stupid because you had two winners this year for the Card Shot Gauntlet match, right? Now you think that this one trophy would be shared between the two winners, not that the two winners get their own trophies. That was never explained. You know, at least, and if they did explain it, maybe I missed it. Y'all let me know. Alright, but it's just so fucking stupid, you know. But Nick, he was like, you know, you got respect for you, Cass, right? But I find it funny how everybody was getting their fucking ass kicked by NXT except for you. Maybe you're in cahoots with NXT. I don't know. I don't care. What I do care about is that TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And best believe, I'm going to call my shot. Alright? It may be today. It may be next week. It may be next month. But best believe, I will be calling my shot. That's it for the pre-show. So then we move on to the main card.
TNA Wrestling. Cross the line.
And the first match is for the TNA Knockouts title. We have by elegance, Maggie going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA Knockouts champion, Air Jordan, Kalani Jordan. Nobody does it like Lonnie. Good match. Right, I enjoyed this match more than H by elegance. And real quick, shout out to you, good sir, Mr. Doug JTA20, who brought up a good point, talking about how they can't refer to her as H by elegance because H also represents, heroin. so as you can see, that'll be slightly problematic. Be like, heroin by elegance. Can't do it. So, makes sense. But yeah, I enjoyed this match way more than I did Heather versus Kalani. And I'm not gonna lie, like, Heather's good. She can go in the ring. But Maggie, in my opinion, has more potential. Fast forward to the finish. Kalani hits a stomp in the corner, like, propping herself up with the ropes. I'm like, that's the first time I see her do that. I'm like, that would be like a perfect signature into her finisher, the one-of-a-kind split-legged moonsault, which is what she did for the 1, 2, 3. And TNA Knockouts World Champion, Kalani Jordan. And if you didn't know, Mr. I am a visionary, I am revolutionary, I am Seth Cuckold Rollins trained both Heather and Maggie at his wrestling school. Was it Black and Blue? I think that's what that shit's called. I apologize if I fuck it up. But yeah, these are two of his students, alright? And I'm sure if he watched the match, he would be proud. But tonight was not Maggie's night. We did go backstage with Charlie's Angels, which that's not their official name, but I'm looking at these three ladies. They're all gorgeous. They're all fine. They can all wrestle. They can all talk. Why are they not a group? Like an official group. All they need is a manager. Like, that shit will work. I'm telling you right the fuck now. Alright? Man, I forgot what the fuck they were talking about. I think they were talking about Kalani Jordan, right? Then they get interrupted by Nick Nemesis' brother. He says, like, Gia, why are you wasting your time, on this chick whose hair is always wet? Like, we have towels in the back for a reason. Go blow dry that shit, man. That's weird. Alright? And look at you, Gia. You're a poor excuse for a journalist missing the biggest scoop out tonight, and that's my brother calling his shot tonight. Possibly. Allegedly. Did you get that? Alright, real quick, sum it up. No, your hair is wet. You suck. My brother is awesome. And if you're wondering why I keep saying brother like that, because that's exactly how he says it. I shit you not. Alright? We then go backstage with Santino Marella, Ava Raine, and Ariana Grace. Now, the takeaway from this segment is 1, Ariana Grace is gorgeous. 2, Ava was looking good here tonight. And Santino Marella being skeptical of Ava off the blitzkrieg that happened last night at the main event on TNA. Then move on to the next match. You got Mr. BDE, Brandon Does Everything, aka Jordan from the Bryn Mac Show, versus Money. AJ Not Styles, aka Flop Dollar, aka AJ Francis. This match was better than I expected. Alright, I know people shit on AJ. Again, he did have one of the biggest botches of all time. That shit is
legend. Wait for it. Dairy. Legendary.
110%. Alright, but he's been doing his thing here in TNA. If you've been watching, if you know, you know. Right, BDE, he did his thing. He was on some Javon Evans shit here in this match, but it matters not. He's only delaying the inevitable as we fast forward to the finish. Mr. AJ Not Styles hits 1, but 2 down payment choke slams for the 1, 2, 3. AJ Francis goes over. All right. And I'm watching this. I'm like, man, I miss my nigga Casey Navarro, who tore his ACL, I believe, like earlier this year. So he's going to be out for a minute. And I'm like, damn. I miss KC. Right? He's one of my favorite wrestlers here in TNA. Right? It sucks. It does, but it is what it is. I know I wish him a speedy recovery. Right? We then move on backstage with Steve Macklin. He was talking this shit. Basically, he was like, you see the shirt front towards the enemy. Whoever it may be, it could be the TNA World Champion King Cass. It could be Nick Nem's brother. It could be the whole NXT roster. It doesn't matter. I got enough bullets for all of them. Mayhem for all. All right, I'm a 2-time international champion. I'm a 1-time TNA World Champion. I live and bleed for TNA. Basically what he said here. Then move on to the next match. All right, you got Danny Luna, my favorite knockout here, TNA, going up against Indie Wrestling, aka Indy Hartwell, in a no DQ match. Good match. My favorite spot in the match is when Danny Luna throws like some premium Colombian cocaine into Indy's face and then hits a nasty, right? Kind of like a, you know, the shit when Cesaro picks up like the opponent off the ring apron, does either like a German or like a suplex. That's what she did to Indy. But the way she did it, it was like there was so much velocity, so much torque on that motherfucker. Like that shit looked crazy. You can see on Danny's face, she was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like I hit that shit. That was fucking good. That's why Danny Luna is my favorite. Shit like that. Like I could give 2 fucks about, you know, 680 fucking sentons and all that flip flop bullshit. Power moves impress me the most. All right, but you fast forward to the finish. Indy hits the Hertz donut into the steel chair for the 1, 2, 3. Indy Hartwell goes over. It's like, man, I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Like, what are they doing with Danny Luna? She's too fucking good. And it saddens me that DPW are on hiatus, you know, obviously because of money reasons. But she was over there doing her thing as a DPW Women's World Champion, killing it, drops the belt to another underrated ass wrestler that is Queen Aminata, right? That's why I love DPW, right? Because a lot of the talents that I want to see get showcased, you know, I get to see them over there doing their thing. Right, that's where we seen Jay Malachi, aka Javon Evans, Lucky Ali, aka Shaquan Sugars, doing their thing. First and foremost was over there, you know. But I digress. It's just like Danny Luna is too fucking good. All right, she clearly out wrestled Indy Hartwell 6 ways from Sunday in that fucking match, just to lose. Like she lost to Kalani Jordan, so shouldn't she be in the back of the line, you know, trying to build herself back up? And another problem is we don't know if Kalani is a heel or a face, all right, because Danny Luna currently a heel, all right, because it's like on TNA, I guess she's a face, but in NXT, she's a heel, you know, like it doesn't, I don't know, man. I really don't know, but we move on to the next match, alright? And that's for the TNA Knockouts Tag Team titles. You got the Angel Warriors, a tag team of the fine-ass Ty Brookside and the fine-ass Lightning Lee. Alright, you have another tag team of, do you smell what the chin is cooking? The chin says, know your damn role. Know your role! Tessa Blanchard, Latoya Crawford, aka Alicia Fox. Alright, and last but not least is the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA Knockouts Tag Team Champions, the Inspiration. But before the match happens, Tessa announces that she is not medically cleared to compete, right? As you fat idiots can clearly see, but I do have an acceptable replacement that me and Alicia, aka Victoria, have mentored for this spot. She introduces Mila Moore coming out, and I'm telling you, like I see Angelina Love and Mila. And again, if it's just me, let me know. But I'm looking at her, I'm like, she reminds me so much of Angelina Love. It's like, it's not even funny. It's crazy. Alright, but you fast forward to the finish. Inspiration hits the idolize her to Xia Brookside, unfortunately, for the 1, 2, 3. And still TNA Knockout Side Team Champions, the Inspiration. Alright, it's like, I get it, but I'm like, why did Xia have to take the pin? That's my only problem. I'm like, that's the reason why people can't get behind Xia Brookside, because she's a fucking loser. Just plain and simple. Like, it's the same reason why people can't get behind L.A. Knight. Yeah. You know, as charismatic and as good as he is, he gets booked like a fucking loser. That pen and paper is whooping both their asses. Alright? And I don't know, man. I don't know what Delirious be cooking up sometimes, bruh. Like, is he terrible? I wouldn't say that, but I don't know, man. But moving on to the next match, 6-man tag team match. Great, you got Order 4 with the leader, the greatest president of all time, the next president here, 2028, and that is an Ali. We trust Mustafa Ali. Alright, going up against, he goes by the name of Pride. Cedric Alexander teaming up the Hardy Boys, who are the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA Tag Team Champions. Alright. Good match. Fast forward to the finish. Ali low blows Cedric, then rolls his ass up for the 1, 2, 3. Order 4. He goes over. Alright, and if you're wondering why the ref was down, it's because Agent Zero yanked his ass out like it's Brock Lesnar. And that shit was hilarious. You know? Well, yeah, I'm not a fan of all the interference in this match because it kind of makes Order 4 look weak, but at least he got the win. They needed the win, so I'm happy for them. Alright, again, Mustafa Ali arguably might be my favorite wrestler here in TNA, I'm not gonna lie. Now, he's been killing it since he's been signed to TNA. We then move on to the next match, alright, and you can make the case that this was match of the night. Alright, you got an 8-man tag team match. Alright, we have Trust the System going up against the Rascals. Smoke them, we got them, and they got them all, because we got for the first time ever, alright, all 4 of these young men together. We got Trey Miguel, we got Zachary Wentz, we got Myron Reed, and returning Desmond Xavier, aka Wes Lee. I'm happy to see him back with the Rascals, but at the same time, I'm looking at it like they did him so fucking wrong. Like, they didn't even give this dude a chance on the main roster. It's fucked up. It really is. You know, as good as Desmond is, you know, you could have gave him a chance. You know, like, call him up, you know, see how it goes. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But we never got to see it. Alright, and it is what it is. Alright, the company, that fucking company is so fucking ass backwards, it's not even funny. Right, you got fucking mid-carders and jobbers in the main event, and you got the main eventers in the fucking mid-card. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid, but I digress. Focus on this match right here. Fast forward to the finish. You know, the Rascals hit that assisted moonsault. I haven't seen that move in a minute that Zachary and Desmond do. Then Desmond hit that spiral tap, a perfect spiral tap at that. For the 1, 2, 3, the Rascals goes over. Right? Imagine that. Bro hit a perfect spiral tap and they released him. Stupid. It's just so fucking stupid, man. But I digress, man. Like, it's good to see the Rascals back in full effect. Alright. But we move on backstage with Eric Young. He's confronting Satimbrella. Alright, Eric Young, he's like, you know, I'm going to expose you for the fraud that you are. The cleanse is coming. Satimbrella, he was like, how do I know it wasn't you, Eric, that was with NXT last night? Eric was like, really? You should know by now. I'm the type of man that takes charge. If I'm gonna do something, best believe you know it's coming from me. Alright? But again, the cleanse is coming, and it's coming for you. All I have here, basically, what the cleanse is, I don't fucking know. Nobody does. We don't know what the fuck he means by the cleanse. Alright? But eventually we'll find out. But it leads us to the next match, and that's for the TNA X Division Championship. Right? You got my boy Rich Homie Swann doing his thing. And I forgot to mention this during the TNA review. And I'm like, man, I remember when this dude was the TNA World Heavyweight Champion and how fucking dirty they did him back when they were collabing with AEW, and he fed him. Just fucking fed him straight out to the cleaner Kenny by God Omega. Like, you watched that match, and there was absolutely zero chance Rich Homie Swann was winning that fucking match. He lost, never got a rematch, and was never a world champion again. It's fucked up, I'm just saying. Right? I forgot to mention that. I'm just saying, man, it's like, this man can still go. He still got it. Right? But he's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed X Division champion, the youngest in charge. Get me, Leon Slater, my nigga, coming through. And this, for me, this was match of the night, easily. Especially my favorite spot in the match, right, was when Leon, he jumps up, he hits kind of like what I will call a release avalanche overhead butterfly suplex, and the way Rich sold it was fucking nuts, right? And then like Leon comes through, hits kind of like that Harlem kick that Booker T used to do into the Styles Clash. That was my favorite spot of the match, because that was so fucking sick. All right, but fast forward to the finish. Leon hits the Swanson 450 for the 1, 2, 3, and still X Division champion, the youngest in charge, the YIC himself, Leon Slater. You get me. After the match, Rich Homie Swann puts over the gun buck, as Aiden English said on commentary, game recognizes game. Facts. Right? Leon then cuts a promo, and real quick, I just want to give a moment of silence for Leon Slater's grandma, Miss Valerie Slater, passed away. I know you're paying, my brother. Boy, do I know. Right? I lost my grandpa over a week ago. Lost my grandmom back in 2022. So both my grandparents are gone. All right? Like my mom likes to say, you gotta laugh to keep from crying, or Chase from Dispatch. No, we laugh, we talk shit, we suppress our trauma. Real shit. Like, facts on that. But I get it, man. Just hang in there, man. Hang in there. The crowd was cheering for him, and I forgot to mention this earlier, but there was a spot in the match where, like, Rich Homie Swann throws him over the ropes, right? And then Leon lands on the corner of the steel steps, like, selling his eye. So I don't know if he actually fucked up his eye, like rocked his shit, or he's just selling it, but he did a good job. Like, I hope he's okay, like, legit. But he was selling his eye, you know. He was talking about, like, it's like, I wouldn't be here without my mom, my nanny, and all that good stuff, you know. I love TNA, I love the fans, you know. I got some good news on NXT this week. Me and Javon, the youngest OG, we're coming after Dark State, and we're gonna become the youngest NXT Tag Team Champions. You get me? Alright, and the crowd was chanting, he's like, young OGs, young OGs, young OGs. I hope they win. Honestly, I hope they win. Like, as much as I fuck with Dark State, alright, I wouldn't be mad if Leon and Javon get those belts. Temporarily. You know what I mean? But we shall see. Then we get to the main event.
Are you ready for the main event?
Alright, in this tag team match, we have Nick Nemeth teaming up with the reigning, defending, undisputed TNA World Heavyweight Champion King Cass Killer Cass, aka Frankie Kazarian, going up against Steve Macklin and Mike Santana. Alright, but Mike was MIA for like majority of the match. You know, they were like, where's your boy at, huh? Where's your tag team partner? Macklin was like, where's my boy? Well, from the looks of it, it's just me. Fuck it. Alright, so it turns to a handicap match, but Steve, for majority, held his own. Only towards the end of the match, with Steve Mike Santana pulling up with the Mercedes-Benz SUV, where the fucking model that is, I don't know, don't care. Comes through, right? He's still injured, all right? Hits the spin the block clothesline on King Cass for the 1, 2, 3, stealing all the credit. He's that type of dude that comes in, you know, like you have your partner or whatever, they do all the work. He takes all the credit. That's what the fuck happened. But Steve Macklin and Mike Santana go over, right? Afterwards, we see Nick Nemeth. He's contemplating cashing the Carter Shot Gauntlet trophy. Crowd chanting, "Call your shot, call your shot, call your shot." He was going to, but then we see the NXT jobbers coming through and just annihilating everybody. They whoop Nick Nemeth's ass, they whoop Steve Macklin's ass, they whoop Mike Santana's ass, and then they have King Cass and Warriors like, hold on now, hold on, I'm the king of TNA now, whoa, hold on. And they whooped his ass. Right? And then we have Santino Morella. He's confronting his son-in-law, that is Channing Stocks Lorenzo. Because if you don't know, I think he actually is engaged or married to Ariana Grace. So big ups to him, right? But Santino was like, "What the hell you doing? You're my son-in-law. What the fuck's the matter with you?" Then we see Brooks Jensen come out of nowhere, drops his ass. Santino Morella is down. Santino Morella is down. Right? Hardys come out, and then they get their asses whooped. And then that's it. That's the end of Turning Point. Everybody getting their ass whooped by NXT. So once again, like I said, with a show with little to no build-up, I thought it was decent. Really, it was like under 3 hours. Like, that's a sweet mark for a pay-per-view, in my opinion. You know, so I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys feel about this show? You know, what was your favorite match? All that good stuff. You know, y'all let me know in the comment section. If you made it this far, first off, God bless you, and I thank you. I thank you to the people who like, who comment, and support the channels both on here and on Rumble. All right. As far as what's next, we'll try to do the probably the West Side Gun video. All right. I heard MVP calling out Triple H again, so I might do a video on that. So I gotta do a video with Devon and Jim Ross. So I gotta do that shit. There's a bunch of shit I gotta do. Not to mention NWA, which I'm behind on once again. Sorry, you know, I wasn't trying to, but shit happens. But for now, wishing off you guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.